Welcome to the Femalepreneur Coach podcast. I am your host, Rebecca Barr. I am a transformational mindset and business coach and six-figure award-winning female entrepreneur. Ladies, I'm here to tell you that business and making money doesn't have to be hard when you're in alignment and flow. Inside this podcast, I will be showing you how to transform your mindset to program it for success, how to maximize your money vibrations, and how to redesign your business for ultimate financial and time freedom. You know you are meant to live an epic life. Now it's time to claim it. Hi ladies, welcome to another episode of my new mini series, which is all around making moves Mondays. Giving you a little bit more of an insight of some of the work that I've done with my clients in the past, with the intention of giving you some inspiration and some insights and some considerations and thoughts that maybe areas that you need to think about in order to have the same success. So I'm super excited. Today's episode is all around the pivot and launch. So this was a client that came to me actually not that long ago. So I think we started working together maybe a few months ago. So actually that was probably a bit of maybe February, I think. God, you know what it's like when you have a baby? You kind of lose track of time, and what only feels like 5 minutes ago is actually months ago. And I'm finding this with the baby because it's nearly her first birthday, and it's literally blowing my mind that she can almost be a year old, but it just happens, doesn't it? Like anything, it just happens really, really quickly. So I think we probably started working together back in February, and she came to me originally as part of my Done For You service with my launch team. Essentially, she had a new academy that she wanted to launch, and we were going to be doing the funnels and the marketing and just putting together some strategy around what that would look like. But when I actually got into the detail of speaking with her about her goals and what she was doing right now, it was really clear to me that what she was planning to launch actually wasn't in alignment with what she wanted to launch. It was because she was really buying into what she thought were her next steps, i.e. when she looked around, everybody around her, other coaches, because she was a coach as well, it was, well, I've done one-to-one coaching, I've done some element of group coaching. This is obviously my next step, my next logical step. But when I really dug deeper and spoke with her almost on a soul level, I was like, this thing that you're launching, I'm going to ask you some questions. And that's the beauty of a coach, is that they really give you permission to think bigger and to look with fresh eyes at your business. So when we actually had that conversation, I asked her about, is this really what you want to launch? She admitted, no, it wasn't. It actually wasn't what she wanted to launch. She wanted to do a mastermind. And on paper, she wasn't that long in her business. It didn't make sense to do that. But what we did was actually created almost like a hybrid. So it bridged the gap between where her audience was right now and where she wanted to be. So it was a hybrid mastermind. So we went back to literally back to bare bones of all of her program, and really redesigned this beautiful mastermind that tapped into, the offer that would enable the clients that have worked with her previously to grow and evolve with her, so that she already had a bit of a warm pipeline of people that she could go back to. So this was like the next level, the evolution, the growth expansion container for those clients. And also we put together a plan to kind of expand on that and invite new people into our audience. The next thing that came up, however, was I realised when I started to look at some of the content, the topics that she was planning to cover and the vibe that she was starting to put out was entirely different to what she had done previously. And I kind of really had to be honest with her. And I said, look, if you go out there with this offer, nobody has ever seen you in this space. So she wanted to move into a more business-based coaching, which still kind of spoke to her voice, still spoke to what she'd done previously and her whole energy and vibe. But it was that real masculine business element that no one had ever heard of before. She'd never been known as a business coach. She was only known as a transition coach or transformation coach. She'd only ever worked with corporates that really wanted to step into their power and really, ignite that sort of leader within them. but should never sort of attracted an audience of people that were entrepreneurs that wanted to build their own business. So obviously for me, you know, I'm coming at this as much as she'd, you know, kind of instructed me on a done for you service. I'm always going to be a coach. Like, it's in my DNA. I cannot help myself. Anybody that asks me anything, even at the school run, I'm going to have something to say. And that's probably why I'm a coach. Like, I love it. I read something recently and it was like, if you're not sure what you want to do in your business, think about all the things that you were told off for doing when you were a kid. And for me, it was always getting involved, always having too much of an opinion, always talking too much. And now I'm a coach and people pay me to do it. It's very exciting because naturally, that's one of your natural strengths. So you're automatically going to be good at it, which is super exciting. So when I looked at what it was that she was planning to launch, I could see that there was a misalignment with her current audience and she is not going to get the results that she wanted. So how do you combat that? So this is what I'm hoping might give you a bit more awareness around how launches work. So there's basically 5 or 6 stages to a launch. You've got to prep and prime your audience. You've got to like plan out your launch, and you've obviously got to deliver a perfect launch, which is essentially the party that it is that people have signed up for. Maybe that's an event, but you really cannot underestimate the value of those beginning first 2 stages where you are priming and prepping your audience. Because if you are going to come out there and you want to really have a great result, you've got to let people know what's coming. You know, you can't completely throw out a wild card and expect people to just trust that what you're doing and they're going to invest anyway and go on that journey with you, unless you're super authentic and super honest about that. Like, look, I'm going in a new direction. I'd love you to join me for the journey. Like, obviously there's room for that, but equally, if you're looking for high investment, so it was around I want to say between 3,000 and 5,000. 5,000, I think, was the investment pounds. So probably around $7,000. Again, another big leap on what her clients had paid previously, because she was ready for that evolution, that expansion. And I'm absolutely here for it. So I'm never, as a coach, going to tell somebody to play small or piss on somebody's bonfire. That is not my vibe at all. I am here to help you find a way. I'm here to facilitate that growth and that expansion. If you are ready for it, then I am here for it, and let's get to work and let's make it happen. So what we needed to do was actually instead just build a little bit of time in the timeline up front to really start transitioning her audience into the new kind of content that she would be putting out there, so that they could evolve and join her on that journey, essentially. So we basically started to build out her brand pillars, her content pillars. We essentially got some core themes. What is it that she wants to be known for? What is it that she wants to talk about? What elements of business is she an expert in? What can people what kind of person is this going to speak to? What stage are they at in their journey? What problem does this solve? Because that's essentially what we are as business owners, it's problem solvers. And then get super clear on all of those things, so that all of her marketing, her copy, her social media posts, her voice, we developed a brand voice. We put together words that would be really reflective of the offer that she was trying to put out of there. So we had clarity around all of that thing, clarity and structure. It's not very sexy, but you have to do this work in order to be able to amplify your message and give yourself the best possible chance for success. So I really delved deep into her brain and into her mindset, and got really clear on what the vision of her business was and what the purpose of this program was and who it was going to help. And then we built, mapped out content around those themes, around those pillars, around those topics, so that we could start transitioning that audience. We then also started to look at how we magnetized in more clients, the stories that we could do, that we could write, that would help her audience to connect to this evolution. And it was done in a really beautiful, authentic, organic way, so her audience could see her journey, so that they would then have faith and trust that she knew what she was talking about. So we added a lot of elements around testimonials, creating authority, so that, yes, I may not have spoken about this previously. However, I know my stuff, and it was about, and singing her praises, her wins, her testimonials, her client results that she's worked with. So yes, she might not have spoken about this before, but in the background, this has still been going on. So people could really buy into this new offer and this new voice and this new vibe and this new journey that she was going on to. So that's the kind of key takeaway that I would love to share with you and invite you to think about today. It's when you are about to go out to launch, and if it is something that you haven't done before, it's how do I take my audience on a journey with me, rather than just expecting them to buy in regardless because they've bought my programs before. If this is an evolution, this is an exciting journey. Like, share that with people. Be really high vibe, be really authentic, be really open, and they will join you on that journey. Take them by the hand and show them the behind the scenes. Show them the work that you've been doing, the courses that you've invested in, the experiences that you've had, the lessons that you've reflected on, the stories that have got you there to this point. That is powerful. And it not only does it build paying customers, but it also encourages those raving fans that are going to be with you for years. I'm all about not necessarily just burning through your audience onto the new person, onto the next audience. I'm all about, developing that genuine connection, that beautiful relationship. And there will be people that will only ever be able to join you at one part or one chapter in your journey. But there will also be those dream clients that will evolve as you do. And that's definitely how I've built my business. So I've got programs at £97, and I've got one-to-one coaching and VIP days that are thousands of pounds. And I've got clients that have gradually moved, not even gradually actually, over the last couple of years, have moved from my low ticket offers, my memberships, my self-studies, and have gradually evolved into the other products and the more intimate containers, because they're looking for that next level as well. And they want me to help them through that process, to join them on that journey. And that feels so much better than just lots of cold traffic coming through your business. Yes, it feels great to have money, but it also feels great to really develop those beautiful lifelong companions, essentially, those companion clients. I've got clients that have bought from me 3 or 4 times, and it feels really amazing. So my key takeaways from this episode today, because obviously the intention is that they are going to be super digestible, super actionable, is if you're ready for that expansion and you're looking to deliver something that is really new and fresh and perhaps a new tone, perhaps it's your new evolution, then take the time to really build that time up front to take your audience on a journey with you. Don't just put stuff out there and be like, here's my next offer, buy my shit. Like, nobody is going to do that. It's about taking them on that journey as well, letting them see the vulnerable side of you as you find your own way. And I think people really respond to energy. So when you're on this new path, really lean into gratitude for this learning, for this expansion, for this opportunity. And people will be drawn to that energy. Absolutely. I am 150% going through this myself right now. Everything I'm doing is my next level up, and it's exciting. So yes, there's an element of fear, because that is a natural process of our brain to be scared of the unknown. That's it doing exactly what it needs to do. But because of my toolkit, because of my studies, because of my experience, I know that that's what it is. So I'm grateful for that. I'm grateful that my own body and my own mindset is recognizing the expansion that I'm going through right now. And it's giving me the resistance that knows that I'm on the right path. So I embrace it, and it's all super exciting. I'm going to LA next week, which I cannot wait. That's for my very first in-person retreat. So I was due to go to one last year, didn't go because I had the baby and I was pregnant. So this is my first opportunity to go since having the kids and everything else. And I am so excited because I've got something in the background that I'm working on right now, which is something that's kind of been percolating, marinating, like evolving for a while, which is super exciting to me. So I'm going to be taking you guys on that journey as well. I obviously live my values, and everything that I tell you to do or advise you to do, I always do it first to make sure that I'm in alignment with what it is that I'm talking about. So I will be revealing more over the next few weeks, and definitely when I get back from LA, I know I will be wanting to launch it with a bang. But for now, what I would love to do is two things. If you are ready for that next level expansion and you know that it requires money to do so, then please go away, and in the show notes, I'm going to pop a link for your Breakthrough to Abundance free hypnosis, because change happens at an identity level. It happens at an unconscious level. It happens, once we reprogram our mindset for success, once we've overcome the beliefs that have held us back. And hypnosis is such a powerful tool to have in your toolkit to enable you to do that. So I want you to do that first of all. Go away, listen to that hypnosis for 21 days. It will absolutely reprogram your mindset for success and give you your next level of breakthrough to abundance. But also, what I'm going to pop in the show notes today is an invitation to join me on a free marketing call. I need some feedback. You ladies that listen to my podcast are obviously my ideal clients. Presumably you're entrepreneurs, you're obviously women in business, and you are loving what I am putting out right now. So I would love to speak with you on a free 20-minute chat, and in return, where I can ask you some questions about what I'm working on right now and just make sure that it's really going to be of service. It's going to cover all the bases. It's going to give you all the things that you guys need right now to really help you become your most aligned and empowered self in your business, but also in life, and therefore your most wealthy and abundant self, obviously. So I'm going to put the link in the show notes for you to join me. I only need 5 spots, so if you wouldn't mind, that would be amazing. Go. Book those up, because I'm in LA next week. But also as a thank you for doing this, I would love to gift you a free mini course that I have put together just for this exercise. It's all around being in alignment and being super empowered. It kind of covers all the things. So mindset, soul, manifestation, all the things. And it's worth £97. So I would love to invite you to do that today. But otherwise, I hope you've had some really great insights from today's episode. So essentially, once we've done all of that work up front, we then return to the original launch plan, just to kind of close that loop so you know what happened. And essentially, we had a 30k launch, which was incredible. So we hit all of our financial milestones and goals that we set for that launch, and it gave her a beautiful, safe container. So it was a beta launch. It was obviously at a reduced price. It will be more in the future, but it gave her a really beautiful space to continue that journey, to do that work with grace, allow her to move into that new expanded container of business coaching with a safe community of women who know that they're on that beta launch. They're not expecting everything to be perfect. That's probably another key takeaway that I would give you as well, is to always do a beta launch, because it just really sets the expectations. The energy is matched, i.e. people know that they're coming into a program that isn't fully formed. There's still opportunity for them to collaborate, to shape the content, and to give you that honest feedback. And that's what I love about beta launch. Everything I do as a business coach is always about collaboration, because I know that 2 heads are better than 1, and I love that equal exchange of energy that goes backwards and forwards between a coach and a client, even if that's in group coaching programs. I love to have that space to be able to create and collaborate as you go. So we did that. We launched her beta launch program of our mini mastermind, which obviously hit all of our financial goals and milestones. We made 30k, and it was just really exciting, because that has now allowed her to really grow and evolve as a business coach, refine her voice, refine her messaging, really hone her craft and hone her skills, so that now when she's ready to launch her fully fledged mastermind, it is that next level of expansion as well. But she will be doing it from a place of authority. She'll have testimonials under her belt. She'll be doing it as a more empowered and confident coach. So I want that for you. I hope you have taken lots of value from this episode, and I look forward to speaking with you on one of those calls. Have a fantastic week. Thank you for listening to this episode. It's been amazing to share this time with you, and I feel honoured to be part of your journey. If you've loved what you've heard, had an aha moment, or found value in this episode, then please do like, comment and share. I would love to connect with you on Instagram and Facebook, so come and find me, and I look forward to helping you build your epic life.